Yo, welcome back. This is my conclusion to my first marathon, and I finished it. Let's talk about the entire day. So, starting right away, the marathon gates opened at 5:30. I woke up probably at 5, and it was cold. It was a cold day. Check temperature was about 39, 38 degrees. Couldn't even get close to the park. It was packed. I mean, it was moving at 6 a.m. This was at 6:10, 6:15 a.m. Get out the Uber, walk to the park, and you do the security, the scanning. They give you your bag, they check your bag. So that was fine. That moved actually pretty quickly. And then you're basically just sitting around waiting. The starting corrals were crowded. Like, it's like, all right, they started the marathon, so all the fast big boys, they went first. You start moving up and people's just ripping their clothes off. So fair warning, if you do the marathon, don't stand on the outside, because you're literally in a corral with chain link fences to your left and right. Don't stand close to those chain link fences, because the people who are in the middle of the corral, they don't walk their clothes that they're getting rid of to the fence, right? They're just tossing clothes over. Almost got laid out a couple times by some random pants, a jacket. Boom, there was a guy to my back left. That guy hit like 3 times. The energy was really, really pretty amazing for the majority of the race. There's very, very small ports where there weren't. I think I saw a stat that said 1.7 million people were there cheering. I don't know if that's true, but that was insane. Right off the bat, boom. They come out, you're running, and you go right underground immediately. Because I ran with the Apple Watch 8. Underneath that building that we ran under, I lost GPS there. And then out from there, I kind of was fine after that. Crowd packed. I mean, you do like the little circle in downtown, packed. Run up towards, basically up kind of on Lakeshore, go all the way to the north side. And then you're turning in Wrigleyville, like Boys Town, coming back down south. Packed all the way. Yep. Fans packed all the way down. I didn't know this was a thing. I saw people had like their names on their shirts, or like their names on their little card thing. So like there was a guy next to me and they're like, "You can do it, CJ." And I was like, damn, this guy must know a lot of people. And they're like, you got it, CJ, you're on your way. But then I looked, I was like, how does everyone know who this guy is? Is he famous? And it said like, my name is CJ and this is my 4th marathon or whatever like that. Another awesome thing about the crowd is, man, there was some funny signs. Everyone was pretty creative. Like, I saw a couple signs that said Chuck Norris never ran a marathon. There was one that said, "You're almost there." We were 2 miles in. It says, "You're almost there." That's pretty funny. Let's see what else. There was a couple other signs that said, "Where's everybody going?" A couple signs that said, "I'm just trying to cross the street." I've seen a bunch of the ones that said, "Don't trust a fart after mile 20. I hit every water station. So for me, I didn't walk at all until I got to the water station. So I hit first, boom, water. Oh no, first was Gatorade. They were on the spot with the Gatorade. Walked, and then I ran to the water, drank 2 waters, tossed it, and then kept going. I will tell you what, I made it to mile 3 and I had to pee immediately, and it was packed. When I got to about mile, like everyone kind of asked me, they're like, when did it, like, is there the runner's high thing, and like when did it get hard and this and that. My first reaction was when I made it to 13.1, like when I made it to the half marathon mark, my first thought was, oh my god, I have to do that all over again. But they made it good. The 13.1 was coming all the way back down into the city. And then after that 13.1, everyone was pretty hyped. I mean, my beats per minute my heart rate was pretty high at the beginning. I kind of stabled it out at the beginning. Around 13.1, it got high again because it was, man, it was so loud. My watch was my watch was telling me like, hey, oh, you're in like a loud decibel area. It was so loud. Pushing out of 13.1, we were coming more to like the west side. You're going down like by the United Center where the Bulls play and stuff like that. Kind of scarce with crowd. There was still people out, but it wasn't like before. For the most part, everyone ran, and then I would say for about mile 15, 16, a lot of walking started happening. A lot of walking, a lot of people standing to the side stretching, a lot of kind of discouragement.
We're in those dog miles right now. Dog miles. Mile 16. I see a lot more walking. A lot of people standing, stretching. Mile 16. I haven't walked yet. Except to the water. Other than that, I'm still going. Let's go.
18th Street is like a very big Hispanic Mexican population. Packed, dude. There was DJs. There was a bouncy house. There was people handing out shots of tequila, beer.
Yo, 18th Street is wild. Wild.
18th Street was probably one of the loudest places I was at. I mean, they had just crazy, they were mariachis, they were playing. 18th Street was popping. There is a weird gap in the marathon, maybe mile 19, 20, or 21, where you're running underneath the highway and there's no one around. There's no cheering, there's no crowd, it's just you by yourself, and all you hear is heavy breathing and a lot of walking. I've always heard like mile 20, it was like you start feeling it because you're like, you just think to yourself like, man, I've came all this way. I have gone all this way. I just need to go a little bit further. And at about, I would say honestly, at about mile 21, I just thought to myself, I go, this is so stupid, dude. This is so dumb. Why am I doing this? Why are we doing this? This is so dumb. And then I say also one of the worst parts is like when you're going at the very end, you turn and you go straight south, curve, and then come back up, and that's like the push for like the end. When you make that curve, you see mile 24 and everyone's already going back towards like the finish line, and you're just passing it, and I'm just like, God, man, this is so far, this is so long. I was getting kind of like that annoyed. I'm just like, how long is this gonna take? It took me 5 hours of like slow jogging running. 5 hours. So yeah, you know what, my first marathon, my fastest marathon too. All right, how about that? You get to like the party at 26 and it's like all your people, that was also packed with people. And then you turn that mile 26 and it's that Mount Roosevelt, like they said, and it's uphill, and it's not uphill slightly, but after running 26 miles, it's just dogging. And I wasn't running, but I was jogging, and that was a big walking area for a couple of people. The gravity was turned up to 100% there. You really felt it. And then you make it up that mountain, and then you turn left, and then you see the finish line. It's right there, and you're just like, or almost there. And then you get in, you pass the finish line, you're doing all you're not talking, nobody's talking, and then they hand you beer and they hand you a blanket, and then you hear these like there's people with all the medals, and you just hear, it's not this noise, it sounds like it sounds like Santa Claus's bells. They're like shaking the medals and they're all like jingling on each other. Like it was like, hell yeah. It was pretty awesome. And you get your medal, they put it on you, and then I'm like hobbling out. I was fucked up, man. I was fucked up. A first time runner's experience doing the Chicago Marathon was crazy. But like I had people like staged out. My parents and like my wife, they were at like mile 3, and then I saw them again at 13, and then I saw my sister, one of my sisters, I saw her like coming on the way from the north side up or down from Wrigley down. I saw her at like mile 8, and then I saw everyone at 13, and I saw my younger sister at mile 18, 17, like that, over in Taylor Street, which was like, that was pretty cool. And then I saw everyone else was at 26, but like at that point, people are like cheering, and I'm just like, yo, I'm not stopping. I got to the point where I'm like, I hit every water station. I skipped one because I literally thought to myself, I go, if I stop running now to drink water, I'm not gonna keep going. So I skipped that one. And then I was like, oh, that was a mistake. And then there was one more last one. I hit that one, and then I just start trudging along, slow and steady, like a nice brisket, just low and slow. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's like, are you gonna do that again? And I'm like, no, that was so dumb. It was so like, don't ever ask somebody the day post marathon, like literally the same day. It was like, no, I'm not doing that shit. No. I have officially signed up for another lottery run for the Chicago Marathon. I signed up for that today, and I also signed up for the marathon in Berlin, which would be awesome. That's gonna do it for me. I appreciate everyone following along in this struggle bus of a journey. That was my experience as a new runner signed up for Chicago Marathon. Yeah, I appreciate everyone who's watched my videos. Making these videos was kind of like a big driving force behind continuing. And my only advice that I have, if you're going to train for a marathon, consistency is key. You do not have to be the fastest, obviously. You don't even, I would say consistency is key. And what I didn't do, I didn't work out at all. I just ran. Running was my workout. I didn't do any weightlifting. I didn't do any like body weight workout. I did nothing. Don't do that. Like now, going forward, if I get into another marathon, which I'm planning on doing anyways, lifting is going to be a very key component to running, because I think that was also why like my knees and my calves were they're still pretty hurt. But enough complaining. All right, man, I appreciate it. Stick tuned, subscribe. I got more videos planning. I got more stuff coming out. I got just a wide area of stuff I'm working on. So thank you guys for watching. Bye.